Hello and welcome to this quick update on the project. I'm just going to hop straight into it and show off the movement and enemy AI that's been added. So with the new movement system, it's physics based, so there is a little bit of like an acceleration and deceleration time, but that's obviously going to be tweaked over time. There's also momentum being tweaked while you're moving, and this allows me to do physics-based stuff like the dash and various weapons that will be added at some point. So double jump costs 500 energy currently to jump while in the air. From the ground it costs nothing, so this means you could, if you want, do a triple jump like that, and if you were doing that from high enough, you could do a quad jump, you could do whatever you like. And this means that you can combo together different movement abilities. So then with shift I can dash in the direction I'm moving, which basically just turns up your move speed very quickly, and then returns it back down. You can do it forwards, backwards, and you can do it sideways, do it any direction you like, and as I say, you can combo it together with jump. So I can double jump and then dash backwards, and that allows a lot of options there for the player. Although it looks very different, obviously the game is a lot more visually limited just because of the engine. The placeholder based stuff that's in Unity is a lot less impressive looking than the stuff in Unreal, so it doesn't look as cool, but the functionality is still there. I've not put sound in yet, but as before, I left click, it does some damage to him. He's got a health bar over his head now though, so I added that UI functionality. And I got my ammo bar on the bottom as well, and my energy bar, which I haven't mentioned in my blog post, but you know, it's quite self-explanatory. And then right click does a aim in and out, which is just a FOV change. Says 5 shots in the weapon currently. There's like I think there's a half-second delay between each shot, so you can't spam it. Just killed my enemy there actually, but that's okay. And then R to reload, that takes a couple of seconds, and then there you go. In the bottom right you can see it's refilled my ammo bar. Let me just restart that there to respawn the enemy. What you'll see with the enemy, you can't see it now actually, but he has a big box, you probably saw it previously, in front of him, which is a box collider as a trigger, and that is effectively his field of view. So if you go into that, it'll mark you as his target, and then do a line trace, such as this black one, to check if you are actually visible. So that's what's happening now. I'm in his field of view. I would be if this box wasn't in the way, and so it's doing a line trace to check if I am actually visible to the enemy. Since I'm not, he's not doing anything, he's not reacting. But once I jump up here, he will, and that red line, as with mine, is him firing, because I'm both in his kind of area of vision, the way he's facing, and also this perfectly accurate black line trace is hitting me, meaning I'm not behind anything. And the red line trace, you can see it's not perfectly accurate, there's some variance there, which otherwise would be unfair because it is a hit scan weapon, so it's not got any travel time, so you can't dodge it. So the only way to get around that is to make him not perfectly accurate. So he sprays a little bit wildly, but his weapon is the same as mine. Doesn't do as much damage actually, just for demo purposes. But the fire is the same, the reload's the same, the ammo's the same, so he does fire and then stop firing while his weapon cycles, and then then reload his weapon when it needs reloading. That all works. As you can see, if I try and go somewhere else that is still visible to him, then he will track me. If I go over here, he's seen me do that. I've not left his field of vision, and so he's followed me over here. If I move over here, he'll carry on doing that, carry on tracking me. But what I can do is, if I go down here, I've now broken his line of sight, so he's not going to be turning his head or turning his body around to track me, which means I can actually now leave his field of view, and get up into a point where there's nothing blocking his vision, but he's facing the wrong way now, and so I've got the drop on him, so I can come up and shoot him. So yeah, that's the current state of the enemy AI. Basically functions as a turret, which is quite cool. I'm obviously going to add stuff like movement and him turning his weapon in like a head rather than his entire body, and reacting to, simulating reaction to sound, so him turning if he takes damage or if I fire or something. That's all going to be added, but this is the project for now. Hopefully it won't be another 5 months until my next update, so there you go.